Emily Parker sits alone at the defendant's table, staring at a 10-year prison sentence. As a 29-year-old single mother, she stands accused of stealing $50,000 from her employer, and the prosecution has built a case that looks impossible to escape. This timeline tracks the $50,000 leaving the accounts, time-stamped down to the second, aligning exactly with logs of Emily's access card. By tracking every swipe, the prosecution eliminates other variables, leaving even her attorney defeated by the synchronized data. Against this mountain of data, Emily can only offer a single, repeating defense. She says she didn't steal anything. In a courtroom that relies on digital records, server logs are often treated as the final word. When data says a person was there and money moved, their physical presence becomes secondary to the digital footprint left behind. Then, the heavy wooden doors at the back of the courtroom swing open. The formal tension of the proceedings snaps as a man walks straight down the center aisle. The gallery immediately takes inventory of his appearance. He has an unkempt beard, he wears an oversized, faded jacket, and worn-out shoes held by tape. Whispers break out across the wooden pews. Spectators lean into each other, assuming he is a vagrant who wandered into the wrong building. The collective expectation is that security will escort him back out to the street. The judge interrupts the proceedings, asking the man if he is looking for a different hearing. Instead of retreating, the man calmly raises his hand. He tells the judge he is exactly where he needs to be. He is here as a witness. In a room built on protocol and prestige, a man in taped-together shoes is treated as a glitch in the system. Because he doesn't look like he belongs in a seat of power, the courtroom's first instinct is to assume his words have no value before he even speaks. The prosecutor mocks the idea of a man off the street serving as a credible witness. In response, the homeless man reaches deep into his heavy coat and pulls out an old, scuffed flash drive. The judge allows the drive to be played on the courtroom monitors. At first, it seems to confirm the prosecution's claim. The security footage shows Emily clocking out and leaving the office for the evening, exactly when the prosecutors claimed. But the video continues. Minutes after Emily leaves the frame, the camera catches another employee, her manager, slipping into the empty office. He scans his way in using Emily's stolen access card. This network schematic reveals what the logs missed. Using Emily's credentials, the manager logs into her terminal. He executes the transfers, routing the $50,000 out of the company, and immediately deletes the local activity files to hide his trail. The laughter in the gallery stops. Complete silence falls over the room. The prosecutor turns visibly pale, realizing his airtight case has just shattered. Digital logs record that a specific account was accessed and a command was given, but they cannot verify the identity of the person sitting at the keyboard. The judge stares intensely at the witness box. His hands begin to shake as he looks past the dirt and the ragged clothes and recognizes the man's face. The man standing in the aisle is Michael Reynolds. 20 years ago, he was a top cybercrime investigator and the man who personally trained the presiding judge sitting on the bench. Years earlier, Michael lost his wife and daughter in a car accident. The tragedy led him away from his career and eventually onto the streets. He lost his home and his status, but his observational instincts remained sharp. Sleeping on a bench near the corporate office, Michael watched the building's rhythms. One evening, he noticed Emily's manager exit the building twice. The second time, the manager was wearing gloves in mild weather and carrying a laptop bag he didn't have when he first arrived. This map follows Michael's tracking route. He followed the manager on foot for 3 blocks to an apartment building and recorded the address. He pulled the corresponding bank statements, finding the stolen money matched exactly to an offshore account controlled by the manager. The security software logged every byte of the transfer, but it was blind to the manager physically stealing an access card. It took someone observing the street, watching for a laptop bag or the choice to wear gloves to see what the digital records missed. The manager attempts to defend himself, but the court officers are already moving to take him into custody. The judge turns back to Emily Parker and formally dismisses every charge against her. Emily breaks down in tears. For the first time in months, she is finally free, reuniting with her son in the middle of the courtroom. The judge stands up and steps down from the bench. He crosses the floor and publicly embraces Michael Reynolds in front of the entire gallery. 3 weeks later, the judge receives this photograph. After the story spread, thousands of strangers donated to Emily, and she used the money to buy a small house near the ocean for Michael. The truth of this case was never hidden in the code. It was on the sidewalk, visible to anyone willing to look at the person the rest of the world had decided to ignore.